How's it going, guys? This is Wildest TV here, and today we have a different video for you guys. I think it's going to be a really interesting look into my work life when it comes to motorcycles. Now, if you saw the previous video, you would know that there is an event that we're hosting on May 9th at Thrill Point Motorsports in Medina, Ohio. You see, what I do is I own a company along with my buddies called Superbikes. We started hosting motorcycle events with it around a year ago when we first formed the company, and now it's turned into its own business. I'd highly recommend watching to the end so you can see the final result of what all of this effort combined can get you when it comes to motorcycle events. So this is one of the things I'll be doing today, is cleaning up the equipment room. This is sort of my extra room that I use for the equipment for Supersports. I've got everything we're gonna need for this first event here, and we're gonna be taking the van, getting it cleaned up, and then loading everything up into the back of the van. And don't worry guys, you'll get to see the bike again. As for equipment upgrades, I'm gonna show you guys what we ran last season. Now this here is what we used for all of our events last season. This is a giant like Bluetooth Gemini speaker thing. I believe that this speaker was around $100, and for the price, it has served us so well. We played all of our music last season on this speaker, and as well we did all of our announcements on this speaker, and it just has served its purpose. It does really great. However, unfortunately, it's just not loud enough for the size of the events that we're hosting now. So a sound system upgrade was definitely in order for the company, and it has been one of the most high priority things to upgrade, and luckily I have managed to come through and get the best deal possible for a brand new sound system. This is our new sound system that we'll be running at our events. This is what we'll be using to play music and make our announcements from now on. And this here is the amp/mixer that we'll be running everything off of. This thing is so brand new that it literally still has the plastic on the screen. As for a microphone, I decided to upgrade to a Shure SM58 microphone. It works fantastic with this audio system. It sounds great. The build quality is absolutely amazing. I know it's in the bag, but low-key, I just don't want to take it out right now. And so with all that, you're probably wondering, why are you hooting and hollering so much over a sound system for your events? The main reason is because honestly, guys, this sound system right here is the #1 best deal I've ever got on Facebook Marketplace to this date. I buy so much stuff off of Marketplace. However, not a single deal I've ever got on anything on Marketplace can compare to the deal that I got this sound system for. I got both of these speakers/monitors, whatever you call them, and this amp for $300 cash. Thanks to one of my family members who's way more literate in audio equipment like this, I was able to secure that deal. I genuinely was in disbelief handing the seller the money. But anyways, that's enough on the sound system. I just had to share that deal I got with you guys. Now with all that out of the way, let's truly get into this video. Now, as you guys know, this here is my full carbon Gixxer 1000. You've seen it a million times. And the original reason I bought that van to begin with is because I wanted an enclosed vehicle that I could transport my bike in. Now, don't get me wrong, the bike will fit in there just fine, even with the shelves. The main reason I haven't been able to load the bike up is not necessarily because it wouldn't fit, but it's also because I don't have a proper motorcycle ramp that has a round shape. I do have a ramp, however, the ramp is a lot more straight and meant for more utility things, such as a lawnmower or a small tractor. So there's not this curve that you would have with a motorcycle ramp. And there's a very obvious problem with that. So for one, the van is decently high off the ground. And so when you combine that with the fact that my bike is very low to the ground since I have it set up for roll racing, that combination is a recipe for scraping the bottom of my bike. I've been here for the better part of an hour trying to get some of those shelves out of the van, and I got pretty close to the way there. The problem is that the underside of this van is quite rusted, and that includes the bolts underneath, and I just don't have the time to commit to getting those shelves out of the van right now. I'm sure I can do it. It's not that difficult. It's just when the bolts are giving me trouble and it's turning into a headache, it's just not something that's worth working on at the moment. So it sucks. It is what it is, but I'm gonna take the van to the wash, and then after that, we're gonna cut to the clips of the event that we're getting all ready for. All right, guys, it's now 5 p.m. I've got everything loaded up in the van back here. I'll show you the equipment setup when we get to Thrill Point. However, I've also decided to rent myself a trailer. Honestly, yeah, I know I need to buy one. I got the bike with me, so that way I can bring the equipment and still have my bike there for the show. So I will see you guys on the road to Thrill Point Motorsports.
This is blasphemy. This is madness. This is Sparta!
What?
Have you met Paul before?
I don't believe so.
So
How's it going?
This is my boss. My boss owns the upper deck on Forest Lakes. I talked to him about having a meet there. Every Tuesday they have bike night there. But he said we could throw a meet there if you guys wanted to. It could be a cool spot.
Can you give me his contact information and let him know that if I reach out, you referred me?
Yeah.
You want my number or my email?
My number, I don't fucking need his email.
You got your phone? Alright guys, so it is the next day. We're going to go for a ride to a car meet. We're running a little behind schedule because the car meet is 45 minutes away. It is currently 5:12, and unfortunately, the car meet itself starts at 5. I'm trying to test out my new camera setup with my new helmet that I bought off of my brother. Now this here is the roundabout that my brother actually went down on right there on his Gixxer 1000. Warmed up. I'll be honest guys, ever since the event a couple of days ago, bro, I have been whooped. The amount of time and effort that I've been putting into that event, getting everything prepped, all of the new equipment, getting everything scheduled, making the flyers. I mean, I have put so much work into Neo Supersports and the company. As you guys could see, we had an insane turnout. That season opener went better than I could have ever imagined. Now, keep in mind, we've hosted with Thrill Point Motorsports multiple times before, and the number of bikes that we pulled on the day of the event, the season opener, was more bikes than we have ever got at an event at Thrill Point Motorsports before. Combined total throughout the duration of the event, over 500 people show up, and on top of that, we had over 450 bikes total. We often don't really count the people. We often kind of count just the number of bikes that show up. We kind of just do it that way because it's just how it worked out, and it sort of works the best for us. And so I'm incredibly happy with the turnout of the event. Everything went smooth. I had so much fun. I got to see all of my friends again, all of my mutuals and local creators. It was just a fantastic event. So to everybody who attended the official Neo Supersports season opening bike night, thank you for coming out. Thank you to Thrill Point Motorsports for allowing us to host at your location. You guys have been amazing to us. Now, I shouldn't be riding right now. I really should just be at home resting, because I'm telling you, the day after that event, I was absolutely exhausted. I had a photo shoot the next day to get material for the flyer for our upcoming event this next Sunday as of filming this. And we got that all done, but the thing was that it was just so tiring because I was absolutely exhausted from the event. But I don't regret putting in that level of effort. You have to really commit 100% to something if you want it to succeed. Beautiful downshifting, guys. Always practice your downshifting. Oh god, I hope the car meet is actually okay. It's going on. There is a car meet. I got so scared because I pulled up and I didn't see any cars in the front of the lot, and I got like mad worried. Yeah, definitely mostly cars here this time. A couple of bikes sitting right here. I'll pull up to them right here. Yeah, just like that. We've made it. What's up?
I said, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's your name?
Julian.
Julian Cole. Nice to meet you.
I'm curious, what did you just do with that strap?
So I compress down the front forks, and that basically doesn't let them rebound back out. So that reduces the chance of wheelies because your bike is lower to the ground. And then also, since the forks don't spring back out, if you do wheelie, it's gonna spring back up like less. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then also when I come to events and stuff, I just naturally do it when I park it. What up, dude? Doing pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for coming out. I'd have brought a sticker for you if I knew you'd be here. 450 bikes and then over 500 people. Thank you, dude. Yeah, my paint guy really, he did me right. I can't lie. Yeah, I had him do resin repair to all of the carbon fiber because it was damaged and scratched from some accidents it had previously been in. And then he did 5 coats of clear coat. And the first 2 coats of clear coat, I had him put a black tint, and then the rest is just regular clear.
It's like tinted.
Tinted, yeah, essentially.
You did a hell of a job on it.
Thank you. But this was like the color that kind of spoke to me the most. Kind of take away from the carbon, but I don't really give a shit.
I already know. I don't remember. What year is this?
This is a 2003.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is that S-Rad?
Yes. Cause it's got your ram air intake. Yeah.
They used to say it all.
Yeah, the old like late 90s ones and early 2000s had like the S-Rad on the back. Yeah. It's pretty dope. Well, that was a fun little car meet. Well worth getting out on a beautiful day like today. I got to talk to some new people, met a couple of people that watch my content, which is always super duper fun. Thank you to everybody who came out to the event. Thank you to everybody who supports me, my content, and Neo Supersports. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of behind the scenes of what goes into hosting an event like we do. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. I'm so grateful for the events and the locations that we get to host these at and the businesses that we get to work with. All of you guys are great.